Deathwing is easily soloable as long as we can do the spine of Deathwing part, which is a little confusing at first, so we're going to keep it as simple as possible. First off, keep up one corruption at all times. These are the long flame tendril looking things. Just keep one up so that a particular mob we need later will spawn more often. Next are the hideous mobs right here. I'm going to hover over it and use my macro to immediately focus on one of them, and then we're going to kill the other one. Oh, by the way, make sure you have action orientated targeting off in your settings as well. Just like the corruptions, we only want one hideous up. Deathwing is going to be rolling left and right. Every time it says left or right, you have about 10 seconds to stay on that side, and he doesn't roll immediately when you see that text. Don't worry about this. Just remember to go to one side, spend 2-3 seconds over there, and then bounce to the other side. As long as you do that, you don't have to worry about getting rolled off. Small thing, but know where the front of the dragon is. Just pay attention to the mini map, and you can see the bigger side is the head, obviously. Next are these corrupted bloods. These mobs are the ones we want to focus on and kill. The corrupted blood, upon dying, leaves behind a little fiery bomb lava thing, and when the hideous mob walks over it, it explodes upon hitting that little fiery bomb and then accumulates one charge. So there goes from 1 to 2 charges. Now the most ideal place to kill these little corrupted mobs, to drop these little fiery bombs, are right in the middle of the spine so that it's easier to walk the hideous mobs over them. You can see here we are dragging that mob over the middle of the spine where that little fiery bomb is, and then the hideous mob charges up again. Now if we walk over where the corrupted tendrils were killed, it'll give us a little debuff, but it's actually more like a buff. It's a tethering tendril that will keep us attached to Deathwing in case he rolls. It doesn't last forever, and if we walk away too far, it will disappear. More on that in a second. Once we get the hideous mob with 9 charges, they're going to turn into a bomb, so we want to immediately head to the front of Deathwing. We're going to get really close, like right up against the shell-plated armor right here. Go ahead and kill the mob, and it'll pop off that nuclear blast. Still pay attention to what side Deathwing is rolling. Once the plated armor lifts up, we'll see another mob inside underneath. We want to kill that mob ASAP and then blow that piece of armor off of Deathwing. Watch this clip again. Notice that right here it says it's about to roll right, but as soon as the shell opens, he's about to roll left. When you're doing this little shell part, you have to be very careful about which side he's turning on. Let me show you an example of what not to do. Here is a different clip of me about to die. So we've got the hideous mob up to 9 charges. We bring the hideous mob to that shell-plated armor. We kill it. There's so much going on the screen during this fight that sometimes it's hard to know what side he's rolling to. Now, if that happens, we can come to that little tethering spot. So here you can see I run over to the tethering spot. I grab that tethering debuff in order to protect me from falling off. I kill the mob so that it explodes that shell piece off. But right here, I run a little too far and I lose that debuff right when Deathwing rolls. What I did wrong here is I didn't hold on to that debuff just a little bit longer. Remember, he does not roll while his shell is being lifted, but he can roll afterwards, but it still takes a couple extra seconds. If you're going back and forth consistently, you don't have to worry about this. Okay, so let's get back to the normal clip. I focus the hideous one so that we know at all times how many charges it has, even while I'm selecting and killing other mobs. We're going back and forth from the left to the right, not spending too long on either side. We get the next hideous mob to 9 charges, drag him to the plated armor, kill the mob. He's about to roll right, so when the shell opens, we head to the left. We kill every but one corruption, and then that's it. We just bounce back and forth from side to side, accumulate those charges, and explode that final piece. It may take a little practice, but just keep it up. Hell yeah, that's it. Now we just do the last part of the boss. Guys, y'all have a fantastic rest of your week. Don't forget to grind harder, baby. Let's go!